Welcome to Eco Friends,
the fun-packed programme where we show you how to be a better friend to the world around us.
Later on, some of our Eco Friends will be telling you about the importance of wind farms and renewable energy.
And I've got a story about a polar bear family whose home is melting away and tell you how we can help them. But for now, Chloe will show you how to make decorative stars for some paper straws.
Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make some nice fancy decorative stars from paper straws, which you can use to decorate around the house or even a Christmas tree since it's coming up to Christmas. Now you're going to need a few straws. I've chosen 5 because that's a nice shape for a star. And we're going to need to take our scissors. Make sure that you have a responsible adult close by when using scissors. Now, this is the size of our straw and we want to get it down to this size. So we line it up with the other straw, we take it and we cut along the line. Ooh. Now we've got 2 the same size. We want all our pieces to be the same size because each side of a star is the same size. So we take one piece, put them side by side, and we cut. Woo! There we go. Great, that's all our pieces cut. Now we're going to take some of this festive wire and we're going to put our straws onto the wire. This is so that we can make our star later. Not earlier, what am I saying? So, you want to slip it through and then just roll it down to the bottom. We want to make sure that all our pieces of all our straws fit onto the wire. Once we've got all our pieces of straw on the wire, we want to make sure that there's a little bit left over at either end because we're going to need to tie it like a knot. Great, there we go. All of our pieces are on the wire. Now we just need to make sure there's a little left on this side. Great, and a little left on this side. And then we take our scissors again, very carefully, and we cut. Fab. Now what you want to do, before you tie, you want to make your straws into the shape of a house. So we've got our bottom, we've got our sides, and we've got our roof. You want to make sure that all the little bits of the straws are touching each other and you can barely see the wire anywhere except the roof. The roof is where we're going to tie the wire, okay? So once you've got it roughly the shape you want, pull it a little bit so that you know that all the bits have got it, and then tie it round. Tie it around a couple of times so that you've got the wire where you want it, and then you can just tie a knot the way you would with your shoes. So one, you might want to get an adult for this bit because if you've got good wire, in order to make it into a star, it's a little bit tight to use. You need to pull it very tight. 1, 2, there we go. But now we've got our house. So, leave these little bits of wire at the top and we can use this later to turn it into a bauble so that it can sit on your tree. Now, we lie our thing down flat and we take our 2 bottom sides here, this side and this side. We grab them and we pull them together. So now we've got a weird triangle, but what we'll do is we'll find the bit, just mess around with it, pull them slightly, and suddenly we've got a star. Now, it's not perfect because no stars are, but you can make it perfect by just squeezing the sides a little bit, getting it the way you want it, getting it exactly the shape, and then we just press down on the little bits here so that those bits stay together. Don't press down on all of it because we still want it to be nice and 3D. Once you're done with that, you can get some sellotape and put it onto the sides. Here's one I did earlier. It just keeps it together better. And there's your little bauble for hanging it on the tree. Hi.
Hi. Oh, that's lovely. You made that for me, didn't you?
No, but you can have the recyclables.
Charming.
What are these?
These are some drawings sent in by our viewers at home.
Oh, excellent. I remember now. So this one was sent in by Nomi, age 9. It's beautiful. This is a parrot. Parrots live in the rainforest, maybe? And these are one of the animals that we're hoping to protect with our eco-friendliness.
I love its colours.
Yes, definitely.
And this is another drawing. It's a cat sent in by Bill and George, age 6 and 9. It's very photorealistic.
Yes, definitely. These it doesn't have any colour, but it doesn't mean that it's any less beautiful.
And here we have a butterfly. Sent in by George, age 7.
Well done, George. Another George on the show. As you can see, he's made his butterflies very symmetrical because butterflies have symmetrical wings.
And last but not least, we have this beautiful drawing here.
Oh, that is lovely. What is it? Is it the ice caps? We've got a
It's a
rowboat
beautiful
here,
landscape.
a little house. This is an example of someone who's doing their own agriculture. They're growing up their own carrots and plants and forage. So there we go. Excellent. If you would like to send in your work, go to EcoArt at PO Box 123 Eco-Friendly COGC. Get your parents to buy you the stamps. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, but I've got something even more fun. Some of our eco-friends went on an adventure to a wind farm. Let's check out what they got up to.
I have a feeling it might blow you away. Get it?
Hi there, and welcome to Whiteley Wind Farm, Scotland's largest onshore wind farm, just south of Glasgow. Whiteley has 215 wind turbines. Each turbine has 3 blades, which can reach up to speeds of 200 miles per hour. Each blade is as long as 4 double-decker buses. 1 megawatt of renewable energy can offset over 2,600 tonnes of carbon dioxide. That means that the more renewable energy sources like this that we can use, the faster we can slow down the effects of carbon dioxide and climate change overall. And it's not just on the land that Scotland contains these wonderful renewable resources. Scotland also contains 26% of Europe's offshore wind turbines. This has allowed Scotland to get more than half of its energy from renewable sources in the last few years, and this is steadily increasing. And whilst there are concerns over building wind farms and their impact towards the ecosystem and the wildlife, this right here is a shining example of what a renewable energy source should be.
Now it's time for a short break, but when we return, we'll be talking about the joys of recycling.
Welcome back. The planet is our home and it's up to all of us to take care of it.
What do you think is one of the best ways that we can help?
Recycling?
That's right. Now we're going to discuss the importance of recycling and to make sure that we do it correctly.
Which is why we have this.
A bin,
Not just any old bin, it's a special bin for recycling.
a whole bin just for recycling.
That's right. You can tell that this is a recycling bin by the colour.
Generally, the blue bins will be for recycling and plastics and papers. Now I brought along some rubbish. Which of these do you think would go in the recycling bin?
Well, you've got some paper, plastic, bottles and food tins. I feel like we can definitely put the paper in.
You're right, we can recycle paper. Into the blue bin it goes. Except it's a green bin.
Did you guess correctly at home?
Is there anything else here that could go into the bin?
You bet. The water bottle. Just remember to unscrew the top before putting it in.
And what about these tins? Can they go in?
Of course, whether it's food tins or old cans of juice, they all can be recycled. Now, Chloe, I believe you have something to show us.
Yes. Now this tank of water here is to show you why it's so important to recycle. Experts say that 5 million plastic bags a year will end up in our oceans. Can you imagine what that looks like? The ocean's pretty big, but the wildlife is in danger because of our rubbish. Now imagine that you lived in this tank and have to navigate through all this rubbish.
It wouldn't be pleasant.
No, I don't think so either. Thousands of creatures in the ocean die every year because of our rubbish. They can get trapped in it or even try to eat it.
So it is really important to not dump rubbish on a nice day out at the beach.
Yes, and if you are on a day out and there isn't a bin nearby, keep a hold of your rubbish until you come across one. It is one of the best ways that you at home can help to keep our ocean wildlife safe and thriving by not poisoning their home.
These are just some of the things to keep in mind when it comes to the environment and protecting it.
Surf's up!
Hello, are you ready for a story? Have you ever wondered what it would be like to live in a house of ice? Well, my friend here, the polar bear, lives in one, and tonight's story is about a polar bear family and their ice home. Drip, drip, drip. Drops of water fall on Baby Bear's head, and he wakes up with a jump. Hey, shouts Baby Bear, who splashed me with water? He looks around and he can't see anyone except Mummy Bear snoring. He wakes up, Mummy, Mummy, Mummy. The roof is leaking. Mummy Bear looks up and she sees the drip and looks outside at the big bright light shining in the sky. Don't worry, Baby Bear. It will go away. Baby Bear's tummy gave a big rumble. I'm hungry, he said. So they set off outside to find some food. They walked across the ice, but Mummy Bear stopped. She heard another rumble. Is that your tummy again, Baby Bear? You are hungry. Baby Bear looked at her and said, No, it wasn't me. Just then came another big rumble, and the ice under their feet started to shake, and a crack appeared between them and the ice separated. Mummy, shouted Baby Bear, help! Mummy stepped back and ran and jumped across the crack and gave Baby Bear a big hug. The bit of ice Mummy Bear was just on started to float away and watched it go. They were now surrounded by water, so Mummy Bear took out her fishing rod and caught some dinner. When they got back to the house, the dripping was even worse. They went inside and had to get buckets to get rid of all the water. What's going on, Mummy? Asked Baby Bear, and Mummy Bear pointed to the big bright light in the sky and told Baby Bear that someone had left it on for too long and it was melting all their ice home. But not to worry, who left it on would remember soon, and everything would be okay again. Baby Bear looked at her and said, I hope so, Mummy. Me too, said Mummy Bear. Now go to sleep. Now we know the big light in the sky can't be turned off because it's the sun, but the lights in your house and all the electrical appliances can be turned off at the switch. And if you do this when you're not using them anymore, it can help make sure polar bears' houses don't melt away. We hope you've had fun tonight. We know we have.
And learn loads of interesting things about recycling in the environment too.
The environment is very important to us, and keeping our friend, the Earth, safe and tidy is a great way to be a super eco-friend.
If you'd like to help more, ask those at home what you can do to help around the house to recycle, use less electricity and be more green.
But that's us for tonight.
We hope to see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.